has been an incredibly busy several days for the state of Illinois as we wrapped up the short, brief 4-ish day legislative session. Lindsay Wagahoff, our director of government relations, was busy until about 2 in the morning. I think Sunday morning, monitoring everything that's going on. It's been unbelievable as far as the volume of information and things that have happened over the weekend. We're going to be covering a lot of the session and what happened legislatively at a later time. Really, what we want to focus on is really giving you the information that's new. Also, the phase 3 information was released by the state of Illinois. So I'm going to touch on that here in just a minute as well. So this may be a longer, brief update than what we typically do. But I think that's because of the volume of information that's out there. It's already in the article, by the way. You can just jump out to ilchiro.org and check out the COVID-19 article, and that will give you the information, I believe, that I'm going to cover in this video as well. So first, Medicare, the sequestration payments, the sequestration reduction in the payments that you were receiving for the last very, very many years. That has now been temporarily suspended. So from May 1st through the end of the year, your Medicare payments will no longer be reduced by 2%. Instead, you'll get the full amount, which is new. And that's from May 1st to the end of the year. Second, Provider Relief Fund. If you received monies early on, the first payment that just appeared in your bank account, and then you have not gone out and applied for the second phase of the Provider Relief Fund, that $20 billion, I would strongly encourage you to do that. They have now established a deadline of June 3rd. So you have to go out and apply for those funds. You have to go ahead and submit your information, your revenue generation information and things along those lines by June 3rd. That is a hard deadline. So make sure you get that done. Now, phase 3. First of all, it looks like all of the areas that were established in the Restore Illinois plan will be in phase 3 beginning Friday. So what I'm going to talk to you now about doesn't actually begin until Friday of this week, May 20. What are we at? We're at May 26th. So May 29th. Sorry, lost my mind there for a minute. So May 29th. So here is the two key things for phase 3 that are going to pique everybody's interest. The question that we're getting most of all is, Mark, what about a massage therapy that is not directly related to a treatment plan, that is not a part of active treatment? And the question is, it is back on beginning in phase 3, or this Friday, May 29th, massage therapy will be allowed. And that includes a relaxation massage. Now, of course, we know that before, therapeutic massage that was medically necessary, ordered by a physician under the delegation of a physician, then was allowable as long as it's part of a treatment plan and paying patients. And we talked about all of that. That still holds true through Thursday, and beginning on Friday. If you do other things in your office, then massage therapy would also then be a part of that. Now, there are some caveats that are very specific to massage therapy. Here they are. 1, reservations only, no walk-ins, of which we would also recommend for your office during this time frame, just for your standard patients. Massage therapy, reservations only, no walk-ins. The massage therapist must wear a mask, and the customer must also wear a mask. Massages must be 30 minutes or less. That's really important. Massages must be 30 minutes or less. Any kind of reusable customer articles, such as towels, blankets, capes, robes, whatever the case might be, all of those must be cleaned and sanitized between every customer. In other words, you can't just use those same things. Of course, you can accumulate laundry to be used at the same time. Whenever you're handling, make sure you're wearing your mask, gloves, etc. That's very important as well. Your maximum capacity is at 50%, or 5 customers allowed per 1,000 square feet. And that is per each suite, so each room. That really does matter. So pay close attention to that as well. Because the massages, okay, now this is really important. It's not really covered specifically in the guidelines, but because the massages will be performed in a healthcare setting, even though they're going to be relaxation massages and not necessarily physician-ordered therapeutic massages, but because they're relaxation massages in a healthcare setting, we believe that you should be screening those massage therapy customers as well. We already are strongly recommending, a lot of the guidelines point to screening all of your patients as well as your staff, which you will have to do also. Your massage therapist is a staff member. You've got to screen, but I'll touch on that in a minute. But we believe that you should be screening each one of the massage therapy customers as well because of the healthcare setting. Very important. Now, that also then is going to bring up the next question. The next question is maintenance care. And you know that we have recommended from the beginning, based on all of the guidance that we have available, that our doctors should not be utilizing maintenance care in their practice and treat only pain patients. With the guidance that I just talked about as far as massage therapy, we believe now it's clear that that maintenance care in a chiropractic physician office then would now be back in play. And so now, remember, this doesn't change any guidelines as far as cleaning protocols, mask wearing, what you would do for screening your patients. All of those things still remain. And we encourage you, if you're not familiar with them, please get familiar with those so you can handle your patients in a wise way and protect you, your staff, and your patients from further transmission. So we want to make sure that we get all that covered. So all of the things come into place. Again, cleaning protocol, social distancing, make sure that you have everything staged out. If you don't, we're going to have some new information out tomorrow on signs that you can tap into and download signs that you can put on your floor or hang up or whatever the case might be to help you with flow in your office and things along those lines in this particular time frame. But maintenance care beginning Friday, not yet, beginning Friday when we move into phase 3 for the vast majority of the state, then would be available. Now, this is really important. If you've made it this far in the video, I'm going to talk about Chicago in just a minute. I didn't touch on that earlier, but Chicago is different, and I'll come back to that. So that's maintenance care, by the way. Now, just wanted to emphasize screening of employees. They've made it more clear that your screening of employees should be done at the beginning of their shift and midway through the shift. We believe that that absolutely applies to you and your staff, including yourself. You want to make sure that you screen at the beginning of the day, again, at least midway through the shift, at least 2 screenings per shift of an employee. If you have already done that or you're doing more, and I commend you, continue to do that. We actually have the tools in the toolbox for you to download the screening. And in that section, the screening section in the article, you can grab that as well. You can download both for patients and for your staff to be able to monitor that and track it and keep it in a folder. This is going to apply to all businesses, so it absolutely applies to chiropractic physician offices. We're going to be doing it at the ICS office when we eventually make it back out of our remote working environment and back into the office. Lastly, and I alluded to this before, Chicago, city of Chicago. I'm not talking about Cook County. I'm not talking about the public health area, the geographic area that was established in the Restore Illinois plan. I'm talking specifically about the city of Chicago. Everything I just talked about as far as phase 3 does not necessarily apply to you. Mayor Lightfoot has come out and said that she does not believe that the city of Chicago is going to move into phase 3 along with the rest of the state, that they're going to have more stringent requirements. And so we're going to really be breaking into a couple of different segments where the city of Chicago is going to be doing something different. They're going to be doing something different, and they're going to be moving into phase 3 at a later time. We don't have all the details. That hasn't been all released yet. Apparently, we're going to hear more by the end of the week. And when we do, we will make sure that everyone is aware what the differences are for the city of Chicago. Hopefully, this helps you all out. There's a lot of information that's changed. Go look at the recently updated. It's everything that's been updated today. We tried to make those updates as brief as possible so you can get through them quickly and also give you and empower you with the greatest amount of information to be able to move forward with your practice. All right. You guys hang in there, and I'm sure we're going to have another video update tomorrow. All right. Take care.